In this video, I'm going to show you how to support a topic sentence with evidence and analysis. I think once I show you one, you can do the other ones all by yourself. But this is kind of a continuation of the ABCDE format, part 1 and part 2. I'm going to start with this topic sentence: using the death penalty removes any chance of prisoner rehabilitation. This is in response to the question, should the death penalty be banned? So I have already done the research beforehand just so that this video can kind of be streamlined, but I do kind of want to talk to you about my process. So first I wanted to look up what the prison system is for in the United States, and I found this website that looks like it was made by my mom in like 2005. So I kind of looked at it. It doesn't seem super credible to me. I looked at the organization. You can always go to the About Us page. This is like, I don't know, it didn't seem right to me. This also was last updated in 2009, most likely. So this was a no-go for me. The second website I looked at was Wikipedia, which Wikipedia is a really, really great starting point, but you never actually want to cite it. So I kind of looked through this just to get some ideas, but a lot of times if you scroll down, you can look and see where Wikipedia got their information, and it's almost always from peer-reviewed resources. So you can always click on these, and a lot of times they will guide you to better resources, just as a thought. And then finally, I got to what I wanted, which was this, the United States Department of Justice. And so I am using the Federal Bureau of Prisons website. And I found that it said the mission of BOP is to protect society by confining offenders in controlled environments of prisons and community-based facilities that are safe, humane, cost-efficient, and appropriately secure, and to provide work and other self-improvement opportunities to assist offenders in becoming law-abiding citizens. So I really liked this whole thing, but it would be very, very silly of me to just go like this and copy and paste it in. Here, I will show you what I should not be doing. By the way, you guys, if I copy and paste it in like this, it's not in the right format if I do Control V. But if I instead do Control Shift V, look, it just keeps it in the same format, which is really nice. So I want to use this, but I really should never be citing anything that's longer than 1 to 2 lines, or else my plagiarism score is going to go through the roof. Basically, it just means you're relying way too much on direct quotations than you are your own words. So I'm actually going to take only the most important parts of this and do the rest in my own words. So when you're giving some evidence, the first thing you want to start out with is context and a lead-in. So I might say something like, the Bureau of, I don't even remember what this is called. Let me find the right one. The Federal Bureau of Prisons I don't even know how to spell bureau. That seems right, but I'll double check. Bureau, yes. And then I'm just going to do that. Stated their objectives for the United States prison system. So that is kind of my lead-in. And then I'm going to say, according to the Department of Justice, I guess I should probably capitalize that too. Do I? I don't know. I'll go look that up later. According to the Department of Justice, the mission of prisons is to, all right, So this is where we get into me figuring out what I want to cite and what I don't want to cite. So protect society by confining offenders in controlled environments of prisons. So I'm actually going to say is to protect society and then I'm going to take all of this out, as well as provide inmates a safe, humane, cost-efficient place that provides work and other. I'm just going to take this out because I want to do these self-improvement opportunities to assist offenders in becoming law-abiding citizens. So I'm going to say place which offers its inhabitants. I might go back and change this. This is just off the top of my head, you guys. But let's see. The mission of prison is to protect society as well as provide inmates a safe, humane, cost-efficient place which offers self-improvement opportunities which may lead prisoners to become law-abiding citizens. So see how I just take only the words that I really, really want, and that's what I quote? That's what I want you guys to do. And now, of course, I need my in-text citation. So I'm going to take this, which is where I got it from, copy it, paste it, search it, and it is called Organization, Mission, and Functions Manual. So I'm just going to do organization shortened because we do not have an author last name, period. This is now all going to become pink. Now, I have to give my analysis. So I'm going to say something like, despite the Department of Justice's stated mission, the United States correctional facilities tend to be a place to carry out punitive rather than proactively rehabilitating its inmates. Compare the U.S. model to that of Norway, one of the top prison systems for recidivism. That was a word I learned today. Cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my evidence from this website that I already looked up, and I also just wanted to show you. I found this, why Norway's prison system is so successful. And by the way, Norway does not offer death penalties or does not allow it. It's been a crime or it's been considered unconstitutional since 1971. So I'm actually going to include that right here in my analysis. A country whose government has deemed capital punishment as unconstitutional since 19 and one of the top prison systems for recidivism. This is kind of weird because this is my analysis, but I also used information for that analysis. So I'm actually going to copy this and put it in though, and do an in-text citation right here. I'm going to search for this. And by the way, you guys, I had to look and see if this local was or was not credible. And it's always good to do the contact us or the who we are to see whether or not they are a credible source. And in this case, they were. I'm going to select it. And this has this weird little AFP dot, why Norway's maximum sentence. That AFP, when I talk about sometimes this EasyBib bibliography creator not being accurate, that would be one of these times. And so just because you guys are still trying to figure all this out, it's very new to you, it would be totally fine if you did AFP period, because that's what it has for you. But really, you should be going on to this why Norway's maximum sentence. So I'm doing a shortened version of the title. Okay, so now I'm going to X out of this one because I already used it. By the way, the first one I found was capital punishment in Norway on Wikipedia, and I did not use that, unfortunately. So I just want to show you that it's not like I find the Grand Slam the first time around, like it takes a while to find the right information. I'm going to just do that again now with my evidence, and I'm going to talk about Norway's prison system, and I'm going to talk about how only 20% are repeat offenders once they've been in Norway's prison system, whereas in the US it's 76.6%. And basically, they focus on this concept, restorative justice, which aims to repair the harm caused by crime rather than punish people. This system focuses on rehabilitating prisoners. So I'm going to change this to pink. And I'm going to say Norway's actually, I'm going to start that over. In Norway, once a person has been to prison, one in 5 end up repeat offenders. Compare this. Prisoners in the United States, where I think it was 76%, so I'm going to say we're roughly 3 out of every 4 return. This is due to Norway's ability to enact restorative justice. Their fancy word for recidivism. Or recidivism. And then I'm going to use my in-text citation from the Business Insider. Paste it in, search it up. and that's the Sturbens is her last name. Because we have that, we don't have to take the Why Norway's prison system. We're just going to take the author's last name and a period. We're going to add this into our doc, and again, that's going to come right down here as soon as it loads. My